Good time zones, race fans, and welcome to the Muster Mile. Tonight, here at Dover Motor Speedway, the mini stocks are taking on one of the most demanding tracks in sim racing. High banks, relentless speed, and nowhere to hide for 140 laps of pure survival. This is the Monster 140, and you're watching it live here on the Racers Elite Network, powered by iRacing. I'm Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and tonight we'll see who can tame the concrete beast, who cracks under pressure, and who leaves Dover with a statement win. So, ladies and gentlemen, strap in. This one's going to get loud, fast, and unforgiving. And alongside me tonight is a driver who knows exactly what it takes to survive chaos at high speed. Dakota LaRue joins us up in the booth once again, bringing the driver's perspective to one of the toughest races on the calendar. We are currently under our qualifying session, and we have drivers out on track as we speak.
I will say I don't know a lot about running mini stocks at Dover.
Dakota, all you need to know, my man, is it is fun, it's fast, it's exciting. We're going to be in for one hell of a treat today. That's for sure.
Yeah, I did see one of the other drivers saying they were very excited because they could run any lane they wanted to. So that's always a plus.
Oh,
Might
yeah.
be able to see a little bit of side by side racing here. Is typically you want to really be on the bottom here.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. But I mean, like, with these mini stocks, though, if you can place it wherever you want, that is what's going to make a big difference.
And man, oh man, I've been checking out some of these cams from a cam package I got, and I got a crank it up boosted, and I got a feeling that's gonna be really fun for this track. Once we do get to like some bigger and better ventures for like car wise, next gen, maybe Xfinity
Oh,
and
yeah.
such. And Latrell just put himself on the pole, sir.
Yeah, that's not surprising whatsoever.
Looks like we got Brett Bray out on the track right now, possibly Jonathan Stidham at this wheel. Oh man, what kind of race info do we got for today though? Uh,
So, that's a good question. Let's go ahead and take a look at our race info for today. We've got 140 miles on tap for you guys here at Dover Motor Speedway. This track is a 1 mile concrete. This is a Bristol on steroids. 100% fuel. They're looking that they can go just about, maybe 72 to 73 laps. They will only have four extra tires, one fast repair, and they have a 29 incident cap. Uh, so they have to definitely keep an eye on that. And they do got three green white checkers.
70 some laps. I wonder if that would be solo or with drafts or. Because, I mean, I imagine they're pretty wide open at this track.
I can only imagine that they are.
So there is the chance that you can use the draft to save a little bit of fuel there.
That's definitely a very good possibility. That's for sure.
Let's see.
That's Timothy Eisburn. He is now coming across the line to start his lap.
Yeah, looks like Jordan Bumgarner out doing his outlap as well at the moment. And then besides these two, we still got three people left to qualify, I believe.
So let's see what kind of lap times Timothy Eisberg can land.
think I got my timing tower showing wrong.
Why do you say that?
I got it showing the gap and not like individual times. There it
Oh,
is. I
yeah, you
found it.
need to change the best time.
There we go. 27:42 out of Timothy Osborne.
Oh, really good lap
Not
time there for him, for sure.
put him all the way up in a second. Let's see. Jordan Bumgarner qualified 24th on his attempt. It looks like Andrew Tift out on the track now. Andrew in the 97.
Yeah, he is in the 97 here today for some reason.
Yeah, that's something that caught me off guard. He's always in the 98 if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Not sure if it's. I don't know. I don't think anybody's in the 98.
I wonder if he punched in the wrong number or something for this event.
Yeah, probably. That's a very good possibility as he finishes up his first lap with a 27.4041.
So first gonna move him up in the 12th. So let's
Oh,
see.
I'm sorry. The 401 was your race leader. He ran a 27.5.
Second lap though, being the hot lap here probably. And he does improve up to 5th, 27:47.
Yeah, really great lap time there for Andrew Tuck. And that just leaves two drivers left to qualify. That's Brandon Puffenbarger and Corey Crowell. I don't know if
If they choose to do so.
can you find out if they are in session?
Uh, yes. Let me double check here. Remind me how to do that properly again. Is it entries?
Yeah. And then if
Okay.
they're grayed out, that means they are in session.
They are still in session, so they are most likely either not qualifying or waiting to qualify. Because I mean, they only got about a minute 40 left, so if they are going to qualify, they need to go now, probably.
Yep, I agree.
I haven't used the actual iRacing overlay stuff in so long now. At this point, I about forgot how to use it.
Yeah, that trust me, that happens to the best of us.
You get so used to having the SDK over here, and you can just flip through everything like seamlessly without having to.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
So, we got Dover here. What is the track inside of Dover used for?
I believe that is actually used for like the smaller. It is just a smaller like half-mile track.
That'd have been kind of interesting to see him race that one, to be honest.
I know. I keep eyeing it whenever we're here, and I'm like, that'd be a lot of fun.
Throw some like late models, maybe Tour modifieds or something on it. But I believe qualifying should be ending very soon, so we will be getting ready to grid everybody up and go green here very shortly.
Oh,
Oh, that's a horse track. Apparently, I'm dumb.
yeah. I just looked it up too. It's they put down dirt for horse racing.
From the view I have, that does not look like dirt, to be fair, but it could just be the way I got my graphics.
Right. Well, they pick up the dirt when NASCAR comes
Oh.
around. So
Well, they could throw dirt on it and race some dirt cars on it. I mean, they do it for Bristol. I don't know what they
I
couldn't
mean,
for Dover.
I agree, 1000%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get ready now to go over. Why are you not working?
I feel dumb now. I honest to God did not know that was a horse track.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here at our starting lineup on row number one. you have Stephen Luttrell with Timothy Eisburn to his outside. Row number 2, you have Cliff Adams and Ryan Ward. Row number 3, you have Andrew Teft and Jonathan Stidham. Row number 4, Joe Bonner and Dean Webb to his outside. Row number 5, you got Barry Nelson and Blake Lykin in that number 10 spot. Joshua Norton and Taylor Trent will make up row number 6. Row number 7, you have Austin Sale and Robert Morris. Row number 8, Dennis Kane and Jacob Burrell. Stephen Farrell and DJ Kinner make up row number 9. Row number 10, you have Alan Carter and Terry Fennell. Row number 11, Robert Trent and Brett Bray. Row number 12, Mike Fudge and Truth Hope. Jordan Bumgardner and Corey Crowell make up row number 13. Row number 14, Brandon Huffenbarger will round out your field. And Dakota, get ready for some fun, amazing racing here at the Muster Mile as the pace truck is getting ready to pull off. I'm sorry, the pace car is getting ready to pull off here in just a moment. Alrighty, we are coming to the green flag. And we are green flag racing right here at the Dover. One car already down into the inside wall. That's Gary Nelson. As these drivers will take to the high banks here of turns 1 and 2 here in these cars. And we're ready trying to go 3 wide back here for right about that 7 spot.
Yeah, and just a little update for Barry there. On that restart, it looked like the 51 might have got a little bit of an early jump, got into the back of Andrew Teft, and just unfortunately caused a big traffic jam there, which shot him down to the bottom.
Really very unfortunate, but I mean, we still got 140 laps around this Muster Mile, so I mean,
That is a very true point.
Yeah, so still got a pretty good long way to go here as we take the drivers back down the back straightaway. Looks like our top 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers are now single file. Our top 3 are actually starting to pull away as we drop back here just a little bit. Right about where Jonathan Stidham, Jonathan Martin, and Taylor Trent. These guys are looking to possibly try to run 3 wide around this fast speedway.
And they don't want to do that too long. They're going to end up losing the front pack here because of the lack of draft that they're, giving each other.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely want to keep an eye out on that. As we take a look back from Taylor Trent in that 10th spot. And looking back at Austin Sale in that next 3.
There's another little pack back here being led by Barry Nelson at the moment, and they're still battling pretty hard back here as well.
Oh, contact! Riding off Kinner, he got a little bump there from Dennis Kane in that number 4 machine, but he was able to keep it straight off the wall on the back straightaway. So, what a phenomenal save there by DJ Kinner.
Yeah, update up here with the lead. We did have a pass. Cliff Adams taking over first place at the moment. Looks like the 18 is going to be trying to go to the inside of Andrew Teft as well for that 4th place spot.
Definitely really good racing so far all around this speedway. It's very hard to keep up on, who we want to keep our eyes on because at any moment, one of these guys can step out and take an advantage on it.
That is very true. I'm kind of just scrolling through the field right now. Oh, and they're 3 wide almost for the 17th position going into one. Looks like they got it down to 2. But they are 3 wide behind them. They are getting it settled out fairly quickly, though, back here.
I don't blame them whatsoever for that, because, I mean, they are small cars. They're on a big track, but this track, the change in elevation coming out of these corners are so abrupt. Just running 3 wide, I don't think will work very well around here.
Yeah, I will say the tires on these cars will start probably getting loose before too long here. It's going to add a little bit of an element to how these drivers do run on a longer run here.
Oh, absolutely. I'm now jumping back up here with Ryan Ortman here from Pepper, currently running side by side for that 6 spot.
Alrighty, let me get YouTube chat pulled up here as well.
Yeah, nice little 4-car battle here. I'm really surprised.
While you're watching that 4-car battle, I'm back here in 13th watching these boys shake it up. It's about 6 cars that keep sending it 2, 3 wide. My bad, 7 cars at the moment. Every time I get to a battle, they get it settled out for the most part, though. Yeah, man, oh man, Alan Carter in that 37 machine is making the outside line look so dominant right now, as he just passed, I believe, 3 cars on the outside by himself.
Yep, he did over here one drive. Oh,
Oh,
big
got a wreck.
trouble. Oh, one car hard hit the wall. That's the 51. Here comes the rest of the field. And big contact. And we have a parking lot here on the front straightaway.
Yeah, I think a couple of these guys forgot we had a brake pedal there for a minute, but we'll get in that in a minute.
Oh, man, it looks like Barry Nelson and Terry Fennell involved in this one. Brett Bray, Joe Bonner in that 51 machine. Yeah.
I'm about to look at this slowed down here because
Of course, it didn't register in my.
so it starts with the 51, as I believe right before they come out of 4. He gets a really huge run to the back of the 50 here.
All right, let's take a look. So the 50 actually gets into the back of.
Believe that's the 129 machine slid up and came back
Yeah,
down onto the 50.
Uh, Stephen Farrell, yeah. Then the 51, and I think that's the 20. No, who is that? That's the 17 machine getting hardest to the wall. Jacob Barra, and then just here comes everybody else, just hard contact, and creates a whole entire parking lot here on the front straightaway.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the 117 or the 17 there, because like the 51 just really hard snapped to the right up into the wall. I mean, 17 just unfortunately never to go there. But like you said, an absolute parking lot as everyone else came through. So, how many fast repairs you said these fellers had tonight, sir?
Unlimited fast repairs.
Oh, unlimited. Interesting. That will
Yeah.
definitely, that's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of people don't have, are not used to driving these cars, so it's a good time for them to learn here.
Oh yeah, for sure. But this is definitely one of those very unique car track combinations that we don't really see this on a regular basis. So far, these guys have been producing some awesome racing that did not expect at all. You know, with this car track combination, I thought they would get a little bit more spread out than they were, but I mean, they're making it all work.
I will say, after seeing the comment of being able to run multiple lines here, I was fully expecting a lot of 2 to 3 wide racing. But, I mean, it's crazy how strong the draft is in these things, honestly.
Yeah.
I just seen a couple of cars get such a huge run out of nowhere, like, honestly.
Yeah, and I just want to point out Blake Eichen, who's currently up in that third spot in the number 18 machine. He has moved up 7 spots since we gone green flag, so he started back in that 10th spot. So he's definitely slowly, surely making his way up through the field, along with Alan Carter in that number 37 Sim Magic mini stock. He's currently sitting 8th, but he's moved up from that 19th spot, so 11 spots there. So some of these drivers are getting it figured out on how to work these mini stocks around this place. All right, here comes the field, and we are green flag racing once again here at Dover as they come firing down the front straightaway and diving back down here into turn number 1. I imagine that it would get these cars just to, maybe about a half a lap to get fully wound up, through the gears and everything as they dive out of turn number 2 to back down this. Oh, straight away, the 24 hard into the inside wall. He's going to keep it down and no yellow. So Joshua Norton in that number 24 machine having a lot of issues, but no caution will come out for that incident there. We come back up here and catch up with Ryan Warp, Timothy Eisberg, Blake Eichen all up here. As it looks like Blake Eichen, he's looking to go for that second spot here now. Down the exit turn number 4. It looked like Timothy Eisberg, he was thinking about making it 3 wide there for a split second, but decided to go ahead and back it out as Luttrell and Viking continue to run side by side for that second spot. Alan Carter in that number 37 machine. He's caught right back up with the front 5 here, and he's trying to make it around the outside here of Ryan Ward. Or he's trying to get a run around the outside, just not able to get up there just yet, but he's been very strong around the outside, so it's not going to surprise me if he makes that work, as we have an incident here on the back straightaway.
Yeah, and I think I'm about to rewind it a little bit to see what happened here.
Go ahead and jump back here, take a look, see what happened here.
Looks like Taylor Trent and Dean Webb there. And that 09 machine's where it started at.
Alright, so the 17 got loose. And then he was just trying to get back up to speed, and a couple cars just came in out of nowhere.
Well, there was an incident right before the 17 got down on the apron, if you rewind it just a little bit.
Right. Looks like the 83, he got up into the wall, and he went up to that 17. Let's go ahead and slow it down here just a little bit. And here comes Mike Fudge, and I'm not sure who that was. The 71.
Yeah, so we got the 71 of Jordan Bumgardner, the 82.
Yeah.
The 2, the 51. It looks like the 82 and the 71 checked up a little bit. 51 got into the back of 71 because he had a big push from the 28, so he didn't really have much of an option to slow down there, and then just unfortunate carnage ensued after that.
Yeah, it looks like the 28 of Barry Nelson was also involved here. So seems like Barry Nelson just Rex haven't been going his way as of late.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of these wrecks have been like multiple part wrecks here. As the more I rewind, the more I'm seeing here.
Good drivers can save up to $1,200 a year with Root Insurance. We celebrate good drivers with savings. Just download the app and get on the road for a bit. Root Insurance. Drive and save.
Ooh, out of the car. I'm looking back at one of the incidents from Tulsa shootout. One car got major air and landed in the dumpsters.
Jesus. We are lined back up and should be ready to go by green flag racing very momentarily here. Space car is pulling off. And that 80 of Cliff Adams is going to be taking us back to the green with Stephen Luttrell on his outside. Adams is out to a huge lead here on the restart, but the draft is going to reel everybody back up to him here. It looks like the 18 is going to be working the inside of Stephen Luttrell, so it's going to be Blake Viking here. We got a battle between the 92 of Timothy Osborne and 37 of Alan Carter. Alan Carter getting a pretty good run on that outside. Gets into the wall a little bit as they are going to 3 and 4 this time.
Yeah, definitely really big loose moment there for Timothy Osborne getting into turn number 3, coming back down the back straightaway. I hope you can hear me now, Joe Bonner. I appreciate you letting me know, and I hope you can hear Dakota all right. Hope the cars aren't too loud. But man, what a crazy entry there for Timothy Osborne last time around. As we now have a battle here for your race lead. Blake Viking and Cliff Adams are duking it out here on the front straightaway to see who can claim that top spot. And right behind them, Stephen Luttrell, he's making his voice known again back in that 3rd spot. He's looking to retake the race lead since we went green flag. And we have trouble in the back. Oh, we have 2 cars upside down. That's the 7 machine and the 82. Both going to end up on their lid on the back straightaway. And we have absolute disaster. Brett Bray and Robert Trent back there looking, well, they were trying to help flip back over, but that's not going to happen. So they're going to have to get a tow. But let's go back here, take a look, see what even happened. Tricky part is to figure out where it starts, when it stops. It started up there with that number 28 machine. So Barry Nelson getting in trouble with Joshua Norton there in the 24. And then the 82, he comes along. And he comes right back up in front of the traffic, in front of the 17. And the 55 there of Truth Hope. And then as everybody comes out, the 50 machine up on its side, then the 82 and the 7 just both flip it over once and twice. Look at that 7 machine getting up there on that safer barrier. Big carnage here on the back, coming onto the back straightaway. Let's go back and let's run on board here with Bray in that number 7 machine. Can find the right camera. And let's watch this full speed. Here we go. Oh. Just what a wicked ride there for that number 7 machine. But so far, Robert Trent and Brett Bray, since they had to tow their vehicles back to the pits, they're going to become a couple laps down here. Coda, what'd you think about that incident?
Well, considering I didn't get to see it because my thing I was fucking with it. All right, let me go back and look here. So I know a couple cars did flip there. Trying to get into it.
And just try to watch your language. But shh.
It's a pretty big incident considering a couple cars here just flipped over. I believe we had to get someone towed to the pits because they couldn't get flipped back over and they were stuck. Which is very unfortunate because I do think damage is off for these vehicles here.
Yes. Yep. Damage is off. But unfortunately, Robert Trent and Brett Bray, they both did end up upside down. They were not able to get themselves flipped back over. So, unfortunate for them. They will be a few laps down here. But we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Cliff Adams, Blake Viken, they're going to bring the field back to the green flag here on the front straightaway. To start lap number 30 of the Muster 140 here at Dover. Blake Viken got a very good, strong jump there. Stephen Luttrell was able to sneak around Cliff Adams there on the restart. As you see, Cliff Adams continuing to drop even back further through the field. Oh, we got 2 cars go way up track. That was Alan Carter and I believe Brian Warp in that number 45 machine. But as of right now, it looks like your top, just about your top 10 are now single file. No one really trying to make any moves until you get to Jonathan Stidham in that number 42 machine. As he will complete the pass there on Barry Nelson. Oh, yellow is back out for Joshua Norton, I believe, and Terry Fennell, he's facing backwards here.
I should try to go back and get a look at this here.
Let's go back, take a look.
All right, looks like the 24 was trying to get down in front of Andrew Teft here in that 97 machine.
Let's go back and... Yeah, so he was just up top, and he was trying to self-clear himself, and he just kind of came down in front of Andrew Teft there, came right back up into Terry Fennell there. And let me tell you what, that feeling of just absolutely getting clobbered when you're minding your own business. Let's go back here right on the nose here with Terry, see what he saw. Just absolutely crazy. So we're going to line these guys up and we're going to do it all over again.
Man, trying to save these cars, once they start going back towards the right, they really snap up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm looking here at the 92 of Timothy Eisberg. He's sponsored by that Shaco LLC company. Normally they, sometimes Shaco, they will jump in chat.
Yeah, and a very nice shiny shake-up new scheme at that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That thing has definitely got a little bit of metallic in it.
Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and jump over here through chat real quick. Blake Viking says, let's go Dean Webb, Ryan Warp, and DJ Kinner, and himself. Was hard to hear me. Yep, thank you, Joseph. I took care of that. One of us sounds muffled. Little Cupcake, hello, how are you? Mike's in another room. I feel like it.
Oh, you're looking way back here. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to catch up on all of chat here. We're sorry, Cupcake. We don't mean to neglect chat. William Luttrell, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in.
Smoke 8499 said number 1. Let's see. They want a link to the Discord. Let me see if I can make a link here.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. But yeah, the entrance fee to their normal league stuff. I I don't want to say for sure, but I believe it's like right around like maybe 30. Joseph probably will know that better than me. So whenever we're not under green flag conditions again, maybe he can jump in here and let us all know.
Oh, we got another one around.
Yeah, let's go back here, take a look, see what happened. Coming down the back straightaway.
Oh, there was 2 separate incidents. Okay, hold on.
So I'm looking here at Terry Fennell. He got collected by accident. Yeah, so that's 17. Jacob Barra. Try to see what happened here with Jacob.
Looks like there was another incident towards the front between the 37 and the 32. Looks like 37 tried to shoot the middle gap and it just spun the 32 around.
Here we go. Yeah, just a little bit of 3 wide action back here. Nothing to see except the wall. Terry Fennell, unfortunately, involved in that one. And then I think was that the 32 you said?
Yeah, up in the front. I believe the 37 tried to shoot the gap in the middle and spun the 32 around, or... Oh, I need to go back to it again just to be sure here.
DJ Kinner, there you are.
Yeah, there was a good 2 or 3 separate little incidents right there. So, very surprisingly.
Yeah, it looks like the 32, he got spun off the front of the 37 there of Ryan Wart. The 17, absolutely nowhere to go. And same with that number 2 machine.
Yeah, and I just want to say, Terry Fennell, I don't think the plan for today was to try to spin around like a Beyblade, but I will give you style points.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, is there anyone we missed here? I see one for Mike Fudge. I think you got that one. Oh, hard into the wall. So yeah, man, I mean, a lot of these incidents, we're having like 2 or 3 separate incidents all at the same time. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, for sure.
But it looks like Steven Luttrell and Austin Sell here are going to be leading us back to the green machine. Steven's going to have the point.
Yeah, so we are working lap 38 now, I believe. We're getting ready to cross over to about that 100 to go mark. Now remember, these guys can go just about 72 to 73 laps on a tank of fuel. But with all these caution laps that we have been witnessing so far, that could absolutely change everything. And the green flag is back out here at Dover as these little bumblebees come back to life and head back down into turn number 1. Brandon Puffenbarger in that number 5 machine. He's slowly been making his way up to the front of the field. Started back pretty much dead last, if I'm not mistaken.
He started, let's see, about 24 spots back from where he's at now.
Yeah, so
26th.
Yeah, he started 27th. Yeah, so he started dead last. And now here he is up here fighting for the race lead on the exit of turn number 4. So Brandon Puffenbarger's got something going on underneath that 5 machine's hood as he's looking to take over the race lead here and down in turns 1 and 2.
We're sure he didn't install the nitrous bottle into the roll cage. We do have another caution here.
Timothy Eisburn, he's around along with Blake Vike and Joshua Norton involved again in this one. So definitely a few good drivers once again taken out in this incident. Let's go back here, take a look, see what happened. So that actually happened all in front of him with Timothy Eisburn.
Watching it back here, it looks like the 17 might have touched the apron just a little bit, got into Timothy. It puts Timothy up in the wall.
Yeah.
And they make contact with the 50 and just an absolute parking lot.
Absolutely. Let's take it one more look. A lot of good drivers once again taken out in this incident here. So we're going to get ready to do it all over again here. Steven Luttrell in that number 36 machine. And Brandon Puffenbarger. Man, look at the side of that number 5 machine. He's all scratched up, but you know what? He came all the way back from 27th all the way to the race lead, so that was an incredible run for him as they make their way back down this front straightaway here, and the lights will go off once again.
So Brandon Puffenbarger trying to do the last to first challenge here. So far he is succeeding, but is he going to be able to keep it and win the race?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting to watch what Brandon can do here. You know, I never would have thought that he would have been able to get all the way up here from last place. I mean, this is definitely a hard track to pass at, especially in these cars, you know, and him being able to avoid the wrecks, that's just even more phenomenal.
But we'll see what he can do with some fresh air here. So, you know, the car about to draw completely different for him, so.
Yeah, that is very true, as the pace car is off. And we are getting into the Auto Trader restart zone. I'm sorry, the Echo Park restart zone. One of the two. And we're green flag racing here once again. And Puffenbarger out to a really good race lead here. As we drop back to this third, for this race for that third spot, the 42 of Jonathan Stidham stuck on that high side. He just got passed by 2 cars there. So he's not having a really good restart here, as he's fallen back all the way to that 5th spot as they enter turns number 3 and 4 here. And it looks like Austin Sale in that number 37 machine. I'm sorry. Who's on that on to his outside? Alan Carter. Wait. Yeah, okay. So it is the 3 of Sale in that number 16 machine. And big trouble in the back. Joshua Norton up in the air on top of another car. And they're going to start to pull away. And poof, just like that, his car is fixed. So let's go back, see what, let's see what happened here. Well, looks like the 3 wide situation just did not work out for him. Yeah, can't really go 3 wide here. It doesn't work out very well. But that's going to bring out our caution here once again for the 7th caution of the evening.
Honestly, I can't blame the 3 wide. I think it's more of people are just opening the wheels so much that they have to turn really sharp and swinging the car brake loose.
Yeah. Oh, Meister. You can also go to racerselite.com and you can get a link into our Discord from there as well while I'm thinking about it.
Also posted the link in the chat.
Beautiful. I appreciate you. Yeah, so it looks like Brandon Puffenbarger, he decided to go ahead and come on down pit road to get possibly fresh tires and fuel, maybe. So Stephen Luttrell, Austin Sale, Jonathan Stidham, Joe Bonner, Ryan Ward. What is your favorite paint for the night? Oh, that's a good question. Smoke 'em. That's a really good question, my dude.
Let me go look through here. I mean, you can always respect a good wrench paint scheme like the number 2 car has here. True Toke's got a good paint scheme in that 55 machine. Icebird's paint's really nice and shiny. That 20 car's got a pretty nice looking paint there as well. The Bass Pro, I mean, there's so many choices.
Yeah, definitely really good choices around here. Oh man. That's a really good question, but we're going to go back green flag, and while I'm thinking about that, we're going to get going, but that inside lane here does not get going, but they are able to get themselves all sorted it out before they get over to turn number 1, but they are going to try to go 3 wide back here with Timothy Eisburn and the 20 of Corey Crowell. Oh, contact. The 20 of Corey Crowell up into the wall. Andrew Teff down below here in this 3 wide situation. Here it comes. Crowell now looking again on the inside of Eisburn. 2 cars really slow there on the back. That's Dean Webb. Oh, contact in for the 5. The 2 is up in the wall. Now these guys are trying to make it a little bit harder for us to keep an eye on who we want to watch. The 17 way sideways. That's Jacob Berra. He's back up sideways. The 5 of Puffenbarger back into the outside wall, losing even more time here on track. But let's go ahead and move back up here to this, the 97 of Andrew Teft, as he is coming down into turn number 3 here, trying to hold off Timothy Eisburn. And right in front of him, you got DJ Kenner trying to get around Dennis Kane and Cliff Adams. And here he goes. He gets around Kane just fine. And now he has his eyes set on that number 80 machine of Cliff Adams, who's, you know, fairly strong everywhere we go. So, you know, how much do you think Cliff Adams is going to have for the race leaders here by the end of this?
Well, if they keep battling the way they are and having a few mistakes, I mean, Luttrell's just absolutely running away with it right now. So, pending any cautions, he's sitting in a pretty good spot. But overall, if there's more cautions and such, yeah, he's always going to be a good contender. I'd say him, Luttrell, the 5 car, if he can get back up there, as I believe he did Pitt, and a couple other of these guys here, all have a very good shot.
Yeah, Luttrell's opened up to just about a 1 second lead on the rest of the field here. Austin Sale in that number 3 machine, who's rocking out that number 16 for the late Greg Biffle. Still very awkward saying that. But he's out here running up in that 2nd spot. But Jonathan Stidham in that number 42, he's right there on the back bumper as well. And we got trouble here in the back. Multiple cars around, up in the wall. Pure chaos just ensued here in turn number 3 and 4.
Yeah, and I'm riding on board with, I believe this is Dennis Kane here myself.
Yep, and this Kane, he kind of gets turned down off the nose of that number 45 machine, and everybody else just comes flying in here. Let's see if we can get a really good look here. 51 machine. That's who I'm keep trying to find. Joe Bonner in the 51 machine. He looks like he was involved in this one here as well. Got caught up in the aftermath. Yeah, a lot of really good cars taken out in this one. And look at that 5 machine of Brandon Puffenbarger. He just snuck his way through. So let's go right on board with that 5 machine and see what he saw. Whoa! That was close. Woo! He did make a little contact there with that 28 machine, though. But, man, was that close for that number 5 machine of Puffenbarger.
I'm gonna say a couple of these drivers have been caught in so many incidents that they've had nothing to do with. It's just insane.
Yeah, definitely. So Mikey Allen, who's over in chat. Hi, Mikey. How you doing, buddy? He likes that number 42 paint scheme.
'42 Jonathan Stidham here.
Yeah. We're taking a look over here. It's rocking out that Runover Racing. I believe it's Runover Racing. Number 42 machine. Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful. Such a beautiful paint scheme.
Even painted it up to be a Mustang GT.
Absolutely. In the iRacing forums, there's so many templates out there that you can get from a lot of these drivers, from a lot of manufacturers. It's actually pretty cool what the painting community was able to do. But lights are out. We're getting ready to pull that pace car off here. And we're going to go back green flag racing. And, you know, I'm going to have to say I really like that number 55 paint scheme of Truth Hope. I just love me a good Coca-Cola paint scheme. And that's a classic scheme right there. So I'm going to have to go with him, by the way. But we are green flag racing here once again at Dover. Steven Luttrell making a good early lead here on the field as Jonathan Stidham, he's trying to hold off that hard-charging Austin Sale now in that number 16 machine as they come out of turn number 2. As these drivers come flying down the back straightaway, you see them all spread out across the back straightaway, using up every single inch of this racetrack on the straights. So it's definitely very interesting to see all these drivers taking different approaches down the straightaways. Everybody's gotten themselves all single file right now for the most part. We got Corey Crowell here, who's holding off Truth Hope. Right in front of them, they've got Cliff Adams running side by side with Eisburn, I believe it is. No, it's that 18 machine of Blake Viking. And now Cliff Adams. Oh, we are back under caution.
I'm sorry, Robert Morris and Robert Trent.
Oh, excuse me. Yep, Robert Moore, Trent, that number 7 machine of Brett Bray involved here once again. Let's come back, take a look, see what happened on the exit of turn number 2. Now it looks like they were trying to go 3 wide, possibly, and a little tap there from the 21. I'm sorry, from the 7 machine, and that just sent them around and collected up that number 82 of Robert Trent.
You know, I know there was a wreck right there, but if you rewind it a little bit, I want you to look at this run the 50 got of Terry Fennell. He was able to clear both of them in the first portion of that corner. He got such a good turn in there.
You said 50?
Yeah, Terry Fennell.
Oh, yeah.
He just passed both of them. He was able to just fly right by him, and luckily he got around him right as the 21 was coming around.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're about 6 laps from being halfway now.
Just about, yeah.
So theoretically, most of these drivers could probably come pit now and not have to pit the rest of the race.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I don't think tire wear is much of a problem. I'm not sure if it does make a difference, you know, with no damage. So I mean, if they don't,
Well, go ahead.
so I mean, if they don't need to come down and if they don't need to come down and get tires, then just come down, get fuel, and call it a day.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if there is tire wear, I don't think we're running very many laps at the moment to really burn too much tire here, especially for these cars, as this is basically full throttle, I would assume.
Yeah.
So, yes, maybe no. It's really hard to tell if the tires are playing too much of a factor right now, so we've not had a super long green flag run at the moment.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. And you know, while Mikey Allen is asking, what about you, Dakota? What paint do you really like? Well, if you had to choose out of all the ones that you've spoke.
I'll tell you what, let me take one moment, and I'm going to go through the entire field here.
All right.
I'm going to give everybody a fair shot. I can get a better view. There we go.
All right. And while you are looking up all that, the drivers are coming out of turn number 2 to come down the back straightaway.
I just happened to catch a wreck under caution.
Yeah, who was that back there?
21 Robert Morris and the 82.
It didn't register, so I don't like doing it this way, but it is what it is. All right, yeah, so the 21. Huh. Not sure what happened there. But they're going to get themselves sorted out. We're going to go back green flag here. Austin Sale, Timothy Eisburn, DJ Kinner will bring the field back to the green flag.
So far, I've only made it up to 15th, and I like the 17th paint scheme in the Bass Pro shops.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll take a good look at the 17 here. Under our next caution.
Another good pick here would be the number 4 car, Dennis Kane. He's just got a very clean, simplistic paint scheme here. But
yeah, definitely.
Back to the broadcast.
Oh, the 18 and 32 into the outside wall.
18 getting a come to Jesus meeting in that outside wall there. Blake Viken has been involved in I don't know how many wrecks today.
Yeah, definitely very unfortunate there. Let's go ahead and let's ride on board with that number 32 and
yeah, just looking at it, kind of looks like the 32 got stuck in the wall, tried to come off the wall, and just a little too much.
Yeah, definitely a very. I think I just saw him put up his middle finger. Did you see that? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he done got out of the car, threw his helmet.
iRacing, please allow us to do that. All right, so now that we are back live, you said that you really like that number 14.
I think it was the 14.
Oh wait, there is no 14.
Forgot. Hold on.
But here's that Bass Pro Shop with the number 17.
And the number 4, which is right in front of him.
Yep, and that number 4 machine right there. Nice, simple Ford performance machine.
But I'm going to continue going through the field here as I have not finished.
The number
Listen,
40.
I can't pick Bonner. He's got a Cowboys thing on the back of his car. Just unfortunate. What about the number 40 something?
Yeah, I was about to say that number 42 Stidham. You know, he's got a pretty looking Cheetos machine there.
Does Stidham
I'm sorry,
have the Cheetos
45.
machine?
45, I'm sorry.
I was about to say.
Ryan Wart.
I believe it. Yeah, he's got a pretty nice little Cheeto. I mean, Stidham's paint scheme doesn't look too bad either. It looks like something you would see on at your local track kind of paint scheme.
Yeah, definitely. I'm refreshing my paints here real quick because I was looking at Bonner's car, and I was just seeing a plain white car.
Yep. Basically white, blue, and it's got a flag on the back with the Cowboys logo.
Ah.
Of course, Mr. Nelson's rocking that Levi Garrett paint scheme, as he does quite often.
Absolutely.
Man, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with that number 4 machine. It's gonna be one of my favorites.
All right, yeah. So Dennis Kane right there, and that Ford Performance Valvoline machine.
And I think I'm gonna give it a Stidham as well. It'll be between the 4 and Stidham. It's gonna be my 2 favorite.
All right. So I know that I know that you were talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not sure if these guys are running full throttle. So, let's pick a driver and, you know, let's hop on board with them for a couple laps and, you know, see what it's all about. And let's, you know what? Let's go with Barry Nelson and that number 28 machine.
The pace car is off this time.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and call them to the green, that would be awesome.
All right, that number 3/16 gonna be leading us back to the green, getting a wonderful jump there, being followed closely by Cliff Adams on that outside lane. It looks like the second car in the outside lane is gonna get a really good restart here, but Cliff's gonna drop down to the inside, so he is gonna lose draft. So it's gonna put, I believe, Austin still, Cliff Adams, and Timothy Osborne all nose to tail here, but it looks like Timothy isn't ready to ride just yet as he is trying to look for other lanes here. We got the 80 trying to get to the outside of Timothy as they're coming to 3 and 4 this time. My bad, the 20, not the 80. And Timothy looking to the inside of the 80 machine here for the lead as they're coming down the front stretch, diving into 1 and 2. We have a little bit of contact for that 6th place spot.
So they're playing with the throttle just a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, they are full throttle. It's like they blip it, jumping into the corner.
Yeah. And these guys are making some very bold moves up here as there is another caution down. Yeah.
It's going to be that number 50 and Blake Viking again.
I mean, at this point, can we just get a flag that says caution hazard on the 18 out here? Because, I mean, he just seems to be catching everything. It's not even his fault either.
Nope. So this time, the 50 actually went up into that number 2 machine, and then he came down and got into, or he got sandwiched between himself and that 4, and then the 18 absolutely nowhere to go when the 50 machine came back up the track. Definitely very unfortunate there for that number 18 of Blake Viken.
Yeah, Blake, we're going to need you down here in the infield care center after this race, as I believe you've been involved in about 7 or 8 wrecks at this point.
As we're riding aboard now here with Blake. He thought he made it through, and then just out of nowhere, he got slammed. Again, it's that feeling that I was talking about earlier. Just absolute horrible feeling, man.
Ooh, and I did just hear the 50 got DQ'd.
Terry Fennell in the number 50 machine. Very unfortunate there. And, you know, I was actually starting to wonder about that because we do have a 29 incident cap.
It's not the, you know, we do still have race control, even though we have unlimited fast repairs and such for tonight. So race control is going through and checking each wreck out individually, and they are still receiving at faults.
Yeah. Brandon Puffenberger, I just want to make note. I'm showing that he jumped to pits for some reason. I want to come back here, take a look, see what happened with that. I don't know what happened with that, but all right, let's go ahead and get these guys lined up. And
looks like he's been in pits for a hot minute.
yeah, but I'm showing that he's back out on track.
Well, Mr. Carter, I did hear what you just said. I will say you probably have time under caution to go do that. And I'll just leave it at that.
Blake Vikett says, I don't think the infield care center can help me.
You're going to have a come to Jesus meeting there. I mean, something. Seems like they're trying to send you to do that, though. But we are green flag racing once again. Cliff Adams is going to be leading us back to the green. Timothy Osborne getting a really good jump on that outside lane here. And he's going to drop it right down behind Cliff Adams, as he does have the room to do so. Sorry about that. I was hearing a really weird sound for a minute.
That's just your inner voice as that 55 gets mega loose on entry of turn number 3. He's able to hold on to it, though, as Joe Bonner is right on his back bumper. Oh, big trouble. The 92 of Eisburn around.
Yeah, tried to self-clear himself off the 80's nose there, trying to come up and block, I believe. And unfortunately, he did get the short end of the stick on that one.
Yeah, definitely tough break there for Timothy Eisburn. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened. No, he was clear. He just got a little bit loose there on exit. And just yeah, the 80 there, he just had that much more speed and momentum. That just caused him to get onto the outside there of the 92. That's just, again, that's just how quick things happen here.
That's all right. He'll make his way back up there eventually.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually very, very impressed with Timothy Eisburn's speed here today at Dover. Started second, you know, and got caught up in some business. Worked his way back all the way to the front. And now it's time for him to get it going again. So it looks like the 129. Cliff Adams as well here.
Yeah, it looks like Cliff Adams might have loaded it up on the hauler there.
Yeah, so Timothy Osborne, he's down here getting service on his race car at the moment.
I believe I just seen Brett Bray going to take his lap back. That's the lucky dog there. Got into the wall a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't take it away from him.
Yeah.
Not how iRacing is, very finicky about if you get even just a Ghost X, it'll take it away from you. Well, new leader this time. We're going to have True Token in that 55 machine. And to his outside is going to be Joe Bonner in that 51. I don't think we've seen these two on the front row tonight, have we?
I don't think we have, no. But Truth Hope and Joe Bonner flexing their muscles out here today.
Yeah, we should have about 60 laps left to go and about 40 minutes left in the session here. So we are going to be in a little bit of a race against time for these drivers to try to get this race finished here.
Yeah, definitely. And it's going to be a matter of time, you know. It's either we're going to finish this race or we're not. We're about to find out.
I need to cut the radio off sometimes. I'm laughing. They're making some jokes and stuff. They're out here. I've been having to mute and other things, but it's really fun to listen to it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Alrighty, and we are back green flag racing here at Dover once again. As you see the field coming. Oh, we have trouble already. That 51 is around.
You know, I was about to say Andrew Teft, you know, it'll help you put it in gear, bud, but might have been better off that he didn't there.
Yeah, 51 here, and that 28, Barry Nelson, both involved here. Let's come back here, take a look, see what actually happened. So Joe Bonner on that outside. Just try to self-clear. Bonner! My dude!
Now, I'm gonna leave that be.
Joe. Nice. Now, I want to be perfectly clear about this, Joe Bonner. That is not you, okay?
Calling him by his government name.
Darn right I am. I don't think I have ever seen Joe Bonner do something like that. But he's now down pit road. He's going to try to get his equipment fixed now.
Well, Joe Bonner will be loading it up on the hauler from the looks of it here, so.
Another one bites the dust.
Another one goes.
Another one goes, and another one bites the dust. Now I'm watching YouTube in the chat, right? And I'm under Racer Elite Network's channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have access to that. And I'm glad for it. Now, why does it make us still have commercials?
Because that's how you make ad revenue.
But it's my But it's my channel. Why should I have to watch commercials.
You're no more special than anyone else, sir. If you don't want commercials, then you pay to not have commercials.
No. I am special, all right? Let's get that right. Yeah.
No, man. Yeah. You know, I gotta find Blake Viking after this race.
You know, when you showed me up, you put some of the stuffing in the wrong places, so I'm a little fucked up.
Will you still love me forever and ever?
Hey. Watch the language here.
Oh my gosh, my bad.
Who has the least incident points? That's a good question.
All right, let's go take a look here. I don't even know if I can look.
Yeah, I don't know if we can actually get that information. But we'll see if we can find it.
No, I cannot see incident points. I will say there are 3 people DQ'd, and I believe 1, 2, 3 more out of the race.
Yeah, so that's about that.
But I think we are getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Truth Hope going to be leading us back to the green again. Jonathan Stidham on his outside.
Okay, so I might have a way to view it, but I'll pull it up here in just a second as we are back green flag racing, and Truth Hope gets out to a really good early lead there as that inside lane just did not go with that number 32 of DJ Kinner, who's now back in that 8th spot after starting back up on, I think it was just about 4th, I think it was. So that inside lane absolutely did not go, and now Jonathan Stidham, he's right behind Truth Hope here, and Dean Webb in that 09 making noise for the first time today, up here in that 3rd spot. As we have a good battle here now for your race lead. Stidham on the inside of Truth Hope. Dean Webb, he's now trying to hold off Andrew Teft in that number 97 machine on the outside there. Teft came up here out of nowhere now. Still really good side-by-side racing here on the exit turn number 4. Truth Hope, Dean Webb side-by-side battling it out for that 2nd spot. There's contact in heading into turn number 1. Truth Hope, he will go up the track, and that should hand over that 2nd place to Dean Webb. And now right behind them, Andrew Teft and Blake Viking are now running side by side for that 4th spot. And here comes Truth Hope fighting back to the outside here now, trying to make some noise on the exit turn number 4. He's going to get the better run, trying to retake that 2nd spot away from Webb now. But Webb still holding very strong on that inside lane, just not giving it up at all. And now right behind them, Blake Viking in that number 18. He's saying he doesn't need any trip to the infield care center because he's going to try to come out here and take the race win.
Yeah, he's finally working his way up through the field and gaining some spots here, but oh, I hear cars hitting the wall.
Yep, right. Caution is
there
out.
Would be a caution.
Alan Carter involved in this one.
Let's...
Timothy Eisburn once again involved.
Timothy Osborne as well.
Yeah, let's come back here, take a look, see what happened. The 17 and the 92, they've just kind of met right up in front of that 37 machine. Man, hard
Yeah, it
impact
looks like
there.
17 came down. I'm not really sure if he touched or not, but 17 back up into the wall. 92 come up a little bit, and then just.
All right, now I'm gonna do this, but I don't know like how well it's gonna show. So forgive me, okay? So as you guys see, we have Timothy Eisburn with the black flag. We got Barrera with the black flag there as well. Off tracks. Again, I don't know if it's going to show. And no, it's not. Yeah, so Joe Bonner, Fennell, and Norton all out with DQs. Yeah, so that's definitely very unfortunate for those drivers. And I don't know, maybe there's a way we can try to figure out how to come up with that data for incident. All right, so Dean Webb up there in that second spot. Jonathan Stidham up in the first spot. All right, we're getting ready to go back green flag.
When you get a minute, check your email, sir.
Sorry, fellow Sparter told me there was no car low and track awareness went to poop. It's all right, brother. You know what? It happens to the best of us. 10-4. All right, so we're going to go ahead and Steven, it may get short on time, yeah. Yeah, Steven, it's time for you to start kicking butt somehow. Pace cars get ready to come off, and we're going to go back green flag racing once again here at Dover. All right, and we are green flag racing once again. Jonathan Stidham bringing the field to the green. Jonathan Stidham out to a decent lead now over Blake Viken, still trying to make his way back up to that front, up to the race lead there. As we see Stephen Luttrell back here in that number 36 machine back in 8th. He is now working on the inside of Sale now in that number 16 machine. He's trying to make his way back up towards the front. And Blake Viken, he has now taken over that race lead from Jonathan Stidham. But here comes Jonathan back to the inside here in turns 1 and 2. Now they're going to run side by side for that race lead as they touch on exit. Both drivers not giving up any real estate whatsoever as they will dive back down here into turn number 3. Stidham a little bit sideways on entry, but they will continue to run side by side for that race lead. Here they come across the start finish line. It will be Viken at this at this for that last lap. Still nice and easy here coming out of turn number 2. Stidham now taking control of this race, but here comes Viking strong around that outside, and Corey Crowell and Dean Webb now making noise back there behind them as well, running side by side for 3rd and 4th. They're waiting for one of these drivers to make a mistake, slide up so that the other can take advantage. But as of right now, it's going to be the 09 of Dean Webb who slides up, and that's going to open up the door for Andrew Teft right behind him to get back on the inside as they head back down the straightaway. As you see Steven Luttrell in that number 36 pushing Teft to try to get him around that 09 of Webb. And so far it is working as Andrew Teft, he has cleared Webb now. But still your race leaders, Stidham and Viking, still both running side by side for that top spot. Corey Crowell, Dean Webb, they're both kind of at a standstill because they can't go anywhere. Really great racing up here for that top spot. You got 3 cars on the outside. That is going to be the 18, the 20 of Corey Crowell, the 09 of Dean Webb on the inside. Jonathan Stidham, Andrew Teft, he's trying to sneak his way up into that 2nd spot like he usually does late in the runs. We will have 40 laps to go this time by as they come out of turn number 4. Top 6 drivers side by side for the top 6. And everybody else is still right there behind them. Contact between Luttrell and the 09 of Webb back in the back, and that's going to allow Luttrell to pull out away, and that opens up the door for that number 32 of DJ Kennard to make a run on the 09 now, as he is looking to make some noise. Still your top 4 now continuing to run, top 6 now running side by side once again. Blake Viking, he will lead this lap. Really great side-by-side racing finally here on lap 102. Here they come out of turn number 2. Side-by-side, Viking, Stidham still trading out that top spot. Crowell, Teft fighting it out for the 3rd spot. Luttrell, Webb for 5th and 6th. And everybody else is still trying to play catch-up to get into the back bumper of them. This is an incredible race now as these guys have figured it out. Now they are starting to put laps down. It's really good side-by-side racing, staying in their lanes. Stidham still trying to get around Viking, but Viking is still holding very strong. Stidham, he gets a good run in the corners, but Viking, he just has that outside lane momentum that just rockets him right back pretty much into the race leads and can keep them side by side out of the corners. So both of these drivers, you know, they both have an advantage, then they have a disadvantage. But as of right now, it looks like Viking, he's going to get the best out of Stidham this time around, as he will possibly be able to clear Stidham heading down here in turn number 1. He was able to clear him by only about a half car length, and now he's just got to finish making the pass complete. But here comes Stidham back to the inside. He's now leading out by a half car length, but no, Vikings, he's going to take it back. He's going to get out complete, but here comes Stidham once again, and that number 42 back to the inside of Vikings, still side by side for that race lead. That number 20 of Corey Crowell, he is doing everything he can to help get that 18 machine in front of Stidham, but it is not working to his advantage, as you see Teft now finally getting back to the back bumper there of your race leader as they dive. And we do have another caution. Looks like Mike Fudge is involved, and Timothy Eisburn once again involved in this one. Let's come back here, take a look, see what happened. Looks like Truth Hope got a little bit sideways, possibly, yeah. And that slowed up the 92, and just unfortunately Looked like that was the number 4 machine. He was there. He had nowhere to go. Yeah, so the 55 slid up right there. And just Eisburn went to try to make a move around him, but that put the 4 and the number 2 machine into the inside wall. Couple really hard hits there for some of these drivers. Corey Crowell in that number 20 machine, he's coming down pit road. Dennis Kane, he's down pit road as well. Mike Fudge, Brett Bray coming back down pit road as well. Just taking a look here, we got 25 minutes remaining in session. As you see that number 5 of Brandon Puffenbarger get one of his laps back. He is currently seven laps down now. He's slowly trying to make his way through the field. He's back in that 21st spot. You know, after I've been thinking, 8K36. If I had to take a wild guess who has the less incident points as of right now, it's going to be a big toss-up between Andrew Teft, Austin Sale in that number 16 machine, I believe, and maybe Jordan Bumgardner. So I would have to say it's probably one of those 3 drivers. But we're going to get ready to go back green flag racing here once again. Pace car is getting ready to come off.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Welcome back. You just missed a lot of fun, man. And we are back green flag racing. Viking Stidham back on the front row here, but this time they are in opposite lanes. Viking, he gets off to a better jump this time, but here comes Stidham now to the outside, looking to make his runs on your race leader, but not able to do it, as we have another incident back here in the back. And as I say about Jordan Bumgardner, he is involved in this one, in that number 71 Mustard Energy mini stock. Take it back here, 4 wide, the 71, the 82, and 17. And we had another victim, that number 17, I believe, of Jacob Berra. He just vanished to the abyss, meaning he has hit his incident limit points.
Oh, looks like we got another wreck, huh?
Boom.
Looks like the 42 of Jonathan Stidham was involved.
Jonathan Stidham, let's keep watching here, see what happened.
Okay, it's as you're coming out of, I believe that is turn 2.
Yeah, we're watching now here on the front straightaway, heading here into turns 1 and 2. 71. Oh, everybody was checking up and somebody didn't check up.
Well, they did, but not enough.
And you just see Stephen Luttrell just driving backwards.
Stephen Luttrell just said, "Well, I had a 0x."
Right? Will, I hope you're proud of that one. It's getting spun out, cranking it into reverse.
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta learn from the best. You know, Ricky Bobby won a race doing that.
Absolutely.
Although I will say I don't think these cars go that fast in reverse as they did in that movie, but...
Yeah. Well, I just want to put it up there that Jonathan Stidham and Stephen Luttrell, they will both go ahead and retake their spots in second and fourth, respectively. And what about that Andrew Tefton, that number 97 machine?
Yeah, currently sitting P3. Kind of been a little bit, you know, back and forth here, but come to the closing laps, he's about right where he needs to be. But I'm kind of worried we're not going to be able to finish this session here, as I believe we only have about 19 minutes left.
Yeah, time is definitely ticking away. We are only working lap 112 now, or 113 now. So these drivers, you know, they still got over 25 laps to run. So they got to start getting back into some sort of rhythm here. You know, just like we had before this last two cautions. I mean, they ran a good 10 laps side by side for that race lead. It was really freaking awesome to watch.
I got faith. This is a good group of guys. We're just having a little bit of issues. So.
Yeah. Again, it's a different car track combination than what these guys are used to. And, you know, I've never seen mini stocks out on Dover, so I didn't even know what to expect coming, you know, into this race. But, I mean, it's definitely when they got a good green flag going, and that's when it's really a lot of fun to watch. But Viking...
Yeah, I will say it does seem like the track is very well suited to run any lane, but making the lane changes in the middle of the corner is very detrimental, as we are back green flag racing.
Yep, we are back green flag racing here at Dover. Viking Stidham side by side. Stephen Luttrell on the outside there of Andrew Tuft, fighting now for that third spot. Viking, he's currently got the race lead, but here comes Stidham. He's going to do the crossover on the back straightaway. And he got back onto the inside of Viking as they head down here into turn number 3. So we're right back to where we were on that long green flag side-by-side racing that we just had. Viking sideways out of the corner. That's going to stack them up right behind him. And here comes Andrew Tuft, 3 wide for the race lead. Contact with your race leaders. Stidham, he's around. Luttrell up into the water. That's going to bring out our caution. The 32 is around. The 9 is around. Parking lot backstretch.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we just had another incident because they were 4 wide there for a minute. It looks like between the 32, 37, 36, and the 4 machine here.
Yeah, definitely very unfortunate there, you know, for Stidham and Viking in that number 18, as Viking got really loose coming out of the corner, and that's initially what brought out or what started this whole mess. Let's see if we can get a good look here. So just heading down here into the corner. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to go back. We got to go back. Hang on. Coming out of turn 4. You have the 18 right there. He gets loose. Has to let up to avoid hitting the wall. And that just brings Luttrell and Tef both with a really good run. So Tef gets on the inside. The 18 probably didn't realize he is 3 wide. And that's all she wrote there for a couple of those drivers.
Well, but there being, I believe this is caution number 17. Will we see 20 cautions?
Sorry, I was just handed dinner. Well, Andrew Teft in that number 97 machine is out front. No surprise. Ryan Warp in that number 45, he's going to be starting on his outside, and then Blake Viken, he's still got a shot to win this in that number 18 machine. All right, let's rack them up. Let's do it again. This time it's going to be Andrew Teft, Ryan Warp out front.
See, so Ryan Warp going to be starting on the outside. Is he going to be able to get a good jump here, man? I mean, that's really going to play a huge factor here. Because if it not, he's going to allow for the 18 to get to his inside here. And the 18 is at pretty quick as well. I know one thing. Andrew Teft said he wasn't going to wait, as he's done shot out like a cannon from the start line there. And the 18 and 45 are going to be side by side going into the 1 and 2, but it looks like the 45 isn't going to be able to get the run he needs. So that is going to put the 18 up in the second. So we got the 36 coming through as well. It's going to be Stephen Luttrell and Blake Viken taking over that second, third spot. It looks like Ryan Warp is still battling for that fourth spot between him and Austin Sell at the moment, as they're coming through 3 and 4 this time.
Stephen
Back
Luttrell
onto
just
the front stretch.
sorry about that. Stephen Luttrell just stuck his nose onto the inside of Viken there on the exit of turn number 3 and almost caused the 18 to go around.
Viking with a huge, sorry to cut you off, Viking with a huge run through 1 and 2, got really close to Andrew Teft there, but that didn't allow for him to get side by side coming down the backstretch, as he's still carrying so much momentum here. He might be able to clear for the lead using an outside lane, but it does look like the 98 is going to have a little bit of help from Luttrell in that 36 machine.
Yes, Stephen Luttrell just pushing the heck out of Andrew Teft right now, because he knows how fast that number 18 machine is. So if he wants to have any sort of shot of winning this race, he's going to have to take care of business. But we're going to jump back here as we have a caution back here in the back with that number 4 car, Dennis Kane.
I mean, I'm still on the green on my side.
Oh yeah, we are still green flag racing.
Oh, and they're through off for the lead. They're beating and banging. 18 gets into the 98.
And here comes Austin Sale. He's looking to go 3 wide now for that second spot. Viken bouncing off the outside wall, heading down into turn number 3. Teft, he's going to get clear. A little bit of contact from that number 3 machine. Teft is going to keep a hold on to that race machine, and he's going to retake that second spot. And now he's going to try to figure out how to get around Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine.
Yeah, and after Andrew Teft just got sent 3 wide, not once, but twice, I think he's said the heck with this. And he held that number 3 down to the apron pretty hard there, but it doesn't look like number 3 and the 18 is going to have a little bit of issues there. That's going to put the 3 up into the wall, but we are still green flag racing.
Yeah, definitely not what Viken needed in that number 18 machine, as he's fallen all the way back to that 5th spot. But right now, we've still got our eyes on that race lead between Andrew Teft and Luttrell. And Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine, he's slowly starting to make his way up to the back bumper of these two.
Oh yeah, and with these two being side by side, he's definitely going to be making up a lot of time here. As you watch him coming through 3 and 4, look at that gap just shrinking tremendously.
Oh, trouble behind him. The 55 Truth Hope, he's around. The 92 machine, he is upside down. I think that was the 92. Somebody was upside down.
I think that might have been the 32. No? No, that was the 92. He got it back on all 4 wheels, though.
As you see that 3 car up. Oh, yeah, so the 32 company had issues there. Timothy Eisburn just up and over once.
That man looked like a whole spaceship.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it looks like they were trying to get around Stidham, and Stidham just absolutely nowhere to go. And then here
Well, you know who
comes
this helps
Eisburn.
out?
Who does this help out?
That helps out that number 18 who had a little bit of issues earlier and fell a little ways back here. This is going to kind of get him stacked up with the pack again, so he is going to have a good chance to get a run here, especially restarting on that inside.
What's the time check?
We have 9 minutes remaining for 15 laps.
Yeah, I think
So
this
we're
might be
averaging
it.
about 10 minutes per 5 laps here.
Yeah, so this restart could very well be our final restart, possibly.
We still got a good 8 minutes left. It's going to be pretty close here. It doesn't take them too long to get around the track. It's just a caution lap, so
1
it's
minute.
what's really killing everybody.
Yep, 1 minute, 10 seconds to get around the track under caution.
I will say, I think Dean Webb just had an issue.
All right, light should go off this time. Yep, so we're going to double them up. Stephen Luttrell is going to be on the inside, Teft to the outside. Ryan Warp in that number 45 to the inside with that 37 of Alan Carter. He snuck his way back up into the top 4. And now you've got the 18 machine back in that 5th spot. And he's going to be joined by Barry Nelson, the 28.
Alrighty, folks, we're going to have about 6.5 minutes left for them to finish 13 laps here. So these guys are really going to have to be on top of it for this run. They might be able to manage one more, maybe 2 cautions, but...
Yeah, and we are green flag racing here once again. Stephen Luttrell out to a really good jump here on Andrew Teft, but Andrew Teft, he's quickly jumped to the inside to block that number 45 Ryan Warp. As that number 37 of Carter, he's working now to the outside, and Vikings not able to do anything with that, so he's going to go ahead and jump back behind that number 37. As these guys are now single file here through turns 3 and 4. I think at this point, Yeah, I think at this point these guys might be trying to make it to the end, but I guess I was wrong. As you see, Andrew Teff now making a run on the inside here of Luttrell for that top spot as they come out of turn number 2, and they will now run side by side for the top 6 here once again.
Yeah, did you see Viking give Carter the Dale Earnhardt treatment a little bit? Gave him a little bit of bumper coming out of the corner.
Absolutely.
Where the heck did Timothy Osborne come from? He is absolutely just flying over through the field right now.
Timothy Eisburn, he is saying it doesn't matter how many crashes I am in. I am coming to try to take this win away from you guys. As these guys are still running side by side here, as they will, when they come out of turn number 4, there will only be 9 laps to go. And as of right now, Stephen Luttrell, he has that lane advantage with that high momentum, as he will take over that race lead, drop down in front of Teft. And now Alan Carter, he's going to attack on the outside of Andrew Teft. He's looking to put Teft back into that 3rd spot. Not able to get a really good run here, but because of that draft there, he is able to pull alongside Teft. And now he's going to try to duke it out with Teft here for that 2nd spot. 8 laps to go this time by. Sounds like we have trouble in the corner. That's the caution and possibly the race.
Now, I believe we'll have time for this caution, but if we have another one, it's really going to be pushing it here.
Let's come back here, take a look and see what happened. It started up in front of Dean Webb with that number 55 machine. And the 82 is involved here, the 32.
I think the 32 might have tried to clear his stuff here. Trying to get a better look.
Yeah, Truth Oak had his nose under there, and they kind of just met in the middle there. And that's all she wrote for the 32 as Kenner goes up and gets... Oh, no. Truth Oak has been disqualified. He went kapoof.
I think that 42 might have been disqualified as well.
Jonathan Stidham disqualified as well. A lot of drivers starting to get DQ'd.
Let's go over here, take a look. So we currently have... looks like 11 drivers either DQ'd or left at the moment. Where's that 71 car? Getting his lucky dog, getting a lap back. He's still got another, I believe, 2 laps after this one before he's back on the lead lap. Alrighty, we were currently set at 2 minutes 30 seconds, so it's going to be very close.
Yeah, Jacob Barra in that number 17 machine says that was a rough race back there. Am I saying your last name correct there, Jacob? Is it Barra, like B-E-A-R-A? Or is it like Burr, B-E-R-A? Or B-U-R? Alright, so this is going to be it, guys. And Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. All he has to do is get a really good start here. Pull out in front of Teft, keep Teft behind him. And then the race is all his.
That is true, but the draft is really strong here. So, I mean, we only got about a minute left. They're probably going to get a good 3 laps in, maybe 4, if it does end it
Yeah, we're about to find out. Pace car is off. Stephen Luttrell, Andrew Teft will bring the field back into the Echo Park restart zone. And we are green flag racing once again here at Dover. We
And
have
somebody did not get a good restart on that outside line.
5 laps to go this time by Stephen Luttrell out to a very early lead as they are running 3 wide behind him. Slight contact there between the 18, 37, and 28 as these guys now come out of turn number 2. Right now, Stephen Luttrell is in full command as they come out of turn number 2. And back to the start zone. White flag is out this time by. This is the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Luttrell trying to hold off Andrew Teft here. Let's see what kind of a run Andrew Teft can have. Stephen Luttrell swerving his car to show Andrew Teft that he's not going to give up any room. And here it comes, ladies and gentlemen, on the exit of turn number 4. It's going to be Stephen Luttrell with the win here at Dover.
Yeah, Ryan Warp was coming in with a full head of steam trying to get around Andrew Teft there for that second place spot.
Yeah, he definitely tried, but not able to make it happen. But Stephen Luttrell, Andrew Teft, Ryan Warp, they are going to be your top 3.
Oh my goodness, did you see Timothy Osborne just come up here and hit the wall?
He said, yeet!
I think he was trying to take somebody with him, but he missed.
Yeah, that's very possible as we're catching up here with Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine, burning it down here on the front straightaway after a very long 140-minute race. This was definitely an endurance race for these drivers for sure.
.36 is doing burnouts and everyone else is going across the track like a demo derby right now.
Now, pulling up the race results here real quick. Stephen Luttrell, 8 incident points. Brandon Puffenbarger, only 4 incident points. But yeah, so not a bad shabby job out of there for Stephen Luttrell. And let's see if our top 3 are ready for some interviews here.
Looks like they are currently in at least 2 of them. We got Ryan Warp and Stephen Luttrell in there currently, so we can go ahead and drag Ryan Warp up while we wait on Andrew Teft.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring up Ryan Warp, driver of that number 45 machine. Ryan, this is Mike and Dakota up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Ryan, what a long, even possibly demanding race here at Dover in these little mini stocks. So definitely not a track worthy of mini stocks, I would say. But how was your race all around, and where did you come from at the end?
Yeah, it was quite chaotic. I mean, it was fun. I never run these here before, so it was something new. I don't know. I had a few issues. Went to the back and worked my way back up front, and just kind of avoided the chaos. I mean, even under caution, it was quite chaotic. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Dakota.
Yeah, that's very true. I did see a couple incidents under cautions where we were having a couple people get spun out and such. It's a kind of a little bit of ARCA braking, but you brought it home for a P3. I mean, is there anything you could have done different on that restart? It kind of looked like you missed a gear.
I'm not good on restarts to begin with, so I mean, I struggle on it, and I don't know. I don't think there is anything I could have done. Yeah, the brakes on this thing though, you can put it all the way to the floor, and you're not even locking them up. So I mean, the ARCA braking thing, I'm sure there was a lot of that,
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I do know the brakes on these are not the best, as I would say they're more like a street style brake than a racing brake.
Yeah, yep.
But is there anyone you'd like to give some shout outs to or anything?
I give a shout out to everyone that's watching me. I don't know who all is out there still watching and listening, but thank all them for watching and cheering me on every week or every race that we run. And thank you guys for doing this, and Andrew for putting this on for us. It's a lot of fun.
Alrighty. Mike, is there anything else you'd like to ask?
Nah, just what an incredible run for you. Congratulations on your 3rd place, and we'll go ahead and let you go, and we'll possibly see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll be there. All right, yeah, see you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 45 machine, Ryan Warp. Let's go ahead and bring up your 2nd place driver of that number, 97 today, Andrew Teff. Andrew, this is Mike Endicott up in the booth. Got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, Andrew, all around, what a race it was today. Definitely a lot more cautions than I think anybody anticipated. But especially there near the end, that was some really good fun racing. What was your take on it, and what could you have done different to catch that number 36 machine?
Yeah, it was quite the track car combo. It's kind of a random idea. I was talking to Corey one night, and he mentioned that they had done one of these, and it sounded like a good time. But it's hard to get away from each other here, so it just led to a lot of yellows. But yeah, just tried to sort of ride around for a good chunk of the race, seeing all those wrecks were happening. We did have an incident cap tonight, so had to be mindful of that. And once I made my final pit stop, I decided to start racing and trying to hang on a little bit more. Made that 3-wide move down low to take the lead. Unfortunately, those guys above me wrecked, and it came down to Steve and I at the end there. I think I gave it all I got there without just dumping them off forward in the final corner. But yeah, congrats to Steve. It was a lot of fun. We were trying to sort of tandem to the front together, and made a good move off forward. Just gave me a really smooth bump and run, basically. I mean, probably as good of a bump and run as you could do, and without wrecking me or anything, and just moved me up the track a little bit. Got by me, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely watching Latrell all over your back bumper when you guys were trying to get around Blake Viken in the number 18 machine. He held pretty strong up down below on you guys for probably about, I think it was like a good 5 or 6 laps there. Did you think that he would have been one of the guys that you would have to contend with up front?
Yeah, I knew he was quick to be able to hang, right behind me there on the inside. You'd have to put a lot of wheel into it, and the car would kind of bog down on the inside line, and he was able to stay right on my bumper, so I figured he must be pretty good or have slightly newer tires or something. But yeah, I knew. He could have thrown it 3-wide on us at any point if he wanted to, but he was trying to, tandem together by. So appreciate that, and yeah, absolutely figured we'd be racing each other at the end.
Beautiful, Dakota. Any questions for Andrew?
No, sir. Just congratulations on your P2 finish, and look forward to seeing you again, I believe, tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got a New Year's Eve race tomorrow night. It'll be trucks at Talladega Super Speedway at 8:30 p.m. I can't talk. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Just tune back in, same time. Well, not same time, but same place. Racers Elite Network on YouTube. 8:30 Eastern. Got 85 laps, so should be a good time. Can bring in the new year, and I'm gonna leave this race in 2025 with all the yellows.
I can't agree more with that. And is there anybody that you would like to thank before we let you go today?
Yeah, just congrats again to Steve, and want to thank you guys for helping out in the booth. Our servicemen, women, friends, family, team. Thoughts and prayers to Denny Hamlin's parents in that terrible fire. It's awful. And I just thank everybody for tuning in and supporting the league. And if you're interested in checking us out, head on over to racerselite.com.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andrew, so much. And congratulations on your P2, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 97 mini stock, Andrew Teft. Let's go ahead and bring up the man of the hour, Steven Luttrell, in that number 36 machine. Steven, Mike put up in the booth. Got a copy.
I do. How's it going?
It's going. Steven. Let's talk. What an incredible race for you. You were up, down, sideways, backwards, up in the air at one point, I think. But what a way to come back fighting strong, bring home the race win, and talk us through that final restart of yours, and what did it take to win it today?
These guys, especially the top six there with like 40 to go or so, right around lap 100. The top six of us were just side by side, 3 rows deep for I don't know how many laps, and
I think it was like 10 or 11 laps.
Yeah, I was trying to push Andrew around them all, but we just couldn't get the momentum because the tops really got momentum going down the straights, but then the insides got all the speed around the corners. But yeah, it was just a matter of having a little bit of luck fall our way and keep the car up front and keep out of the wrecks and have a good clean race with Andrew there at the end. I put it 3 wide on him close to the end there, but I knew time was winding down. I knew the checkered flag was coming soon, and I really didn't mean to stick it in there 3 wide, but the lane presented itself, so to speak. So I just kind of had to take it, and I'm just glad it worked out. Nobody got taken out in that. But yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of good racing guys, and I really like this car. I've never driven it here, but this is definitely my favorite car.
Yeah, definitely a really good race there with just about 40 laps to go. You know, that 18 of Blake Biken, he was very strong a good majority of the last part of the race there. And, you know, I keep jumping back to him because I feel like he could have been the one to give you guys a good run for your money if he didn't get caught up in some incidents there.
Oh, for sure. The 18 was up there all night long. I knew he was going to be a contender to have to fight for it. I'm not sure what happened to him there at the end. I just know he wasn't around me, and I saw Andrew, and I knew that was going to be a fight. But yeah, the 18 at the beginning of the race, he was tough to get around too.
Yeah, definitely. And Dakota, do you have any questions for Steven?
Nah, I think you pretty much covered everything for the most part, but congratulations on your first place finish here. I mean, you started on the pole and finished first. Couldn't ask for a better race, right?
That's how it's supposed to be done, I think.
That is very true, but you know, like he said, you had a couple of people up there contending with you, but at the end of the day, you're the one that brought it home across the line first, and yeah, that's about it, Mike. If you want to finish that up for me, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I know Will Luttrell, he was out here rooting you on, and I believe he's dad, so he was out here rooting you on, and so you got a proud pops today. So anybody else that you would like to thank before we let you go today, Steven?
No, just you guys for putting it on. You guys for putting it on. Andrew for putting on the league and putting on such great events. Even these one-off events, they're always a lot of fun. My whole family, my mom, dad, my wife, you know, everybody at home, everybody out there watching. Thanks for watching. That's what keeps us going. That's what makes it so much fun, having the fans out there.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely, for sure. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Steven, on your first place here today. we'll probably see you tomorrow night when we take some trucks out to Talladega and rack them up and do it all over again.
For sure, you will see me there.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 36 machine, Stephen Luttrell, your race winner here at Dover. A couple things I want to hit up on here before we do end it here today. Let's see. It was definitely a show for sure all around. But today, let's get this one in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and close it out here. Thank you guys so much for taking time with us this evening to enjoy this race with us. Congratulations again to Stephen Luttrell on your race win here today. If anybody would like to make a donation to the Infield Care Center for Blake Viking and that number 18 machine, please get a hold of him. He'll definitely glad to take some donations for all those bumps and bruises he's taken today. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, Mike Taylor, up here in the booth, along with my good friend Dakota LaRue, we want to thank you guys so much for joining us right here on Racers Elite Network, and we will see you guys tomorrow night right here when we take our trucks out to Talladega Super Speedway for a lot of fun racing out there. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, you know how it goes. No matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. And if it's not fun, ladies and gentlemen, you make it fun. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good time zones.